Guys, girls, goblins, welcome back to another banger from Controllers and Katanas. You are joined by myself, Ian, aka Relic, and my good friend Martin, aka Martio Cool. I want to kick off today's episode with a little bit of TikTok related news. We're in the UK, so we're not panicking. But we have now got access to TikTok Live. So after we do a podcast, so we record these the day before they go live, so we're recording this now on a Thursday. After we're recording it, we're going to try basically every week at the end of the podcast. We're going to do we have an half an hour chit chat off podcast, off recording. We're just going to do that on TikTok Live. So if you are interested in asking us live questions, having a chat with us, jump in there. And yes, we hope to see some of you there. We're probably going to do the first one after this episode. So you won't know about that because obviously we're going to go live the day before this goes airs. So yeah, just for future reference, that's going to happen. And we got a couple of bits working on. We've got a couple of bits. We're potentially even toying with the idea of running these live on YouTube, but we're not sure how it's going to work because obviously at the moment we're just chatting, talking about stuff, and if we've got outside interference as well, I don't know how we're going to handle that or edit that. So. Yeah, we're not like these big podcasters and streamers who are paying teams to edit their videos. It's just me and Martin. So, yeah, just a little bit of good news for you, really. But we've got plenty of stuff to talk about as well. Loads of stuff to talk about. We finished watching Squid Games. Finished watching Skeleton Crew. Sakamoto Days, episode 1, released. So we're on that. And we've got Solo Levelling, episode 2. So we've got some good, juicy bits of stuff to talk about. And obviously, we've got Fire Force as well, which we're catching up on. So, what shall we kick it off with?
Well, go a bit further into that TikTok. While you're on TikTok, like and subscribe to us. Join Ian's TikTok. He's got loads of Lethal Company on there, funny videos to enjoy. Join my TikTok. It's more about gaming and retro stuff, and also anime as well. So join us, and not just after podcast, but other times we'll be live, so you can come and have a chat with us. We're going to see how it goes like later after the podcast. See how put the feelers out, see how it goes, see how, if we get viewers in, people chatting to us. So, but yeah, it's going to be good.
Basically, what Martin's trying to say: if you like the retro, good edits, get on his. If you like the degenerate, dumb gameplay, get on mine.
But yeah, 2025 is looking good for Controllers and Katanas. The only way is up, as the song goes. So yeah, we're going to bring more to you. So I hope you stick around, enjoy, and thank you for obviously joining the podcast today and giving a bit of your time to us to hear our thoughts, really, isn't it? But yeah, let's shoot off with some anime, as we do.
I think we kick off with some Fire Force to begin with. Because we've got some good stuff to talk about. Fire Force is no exception. It's just a lot of you have probably already seen it, and it's a bit older. New to me and Mark, but we watched season 2, episode 5 and 6, and episode 5 literally kicks off as episode 4 does, and it starts literally. If you watched them back to back, it'd just be one big episode essentially. Like you wouldn't even know. But essentially, Shinra's getting battered. And Arthur is obviously putting up a good scrap against Electric. I keep calling her Electric. She's got a name now, Humea or whatever, but I still call her Electric anyway. And you've got obviously the band of all these different people from these different companies. Not all the companies here. You've got the odd friends that they've sort of like made along the way, haven't you? Who've sort of come to help them, come to aid them. They're trying their hardest to get these demons taken care of. And you get this episode is actually pretty cool for Shinra, in my opinion. You get this arc of Shinra where he's sort of like he's learning on the spot. He's trying to like overcome Sharon or whatever you pronounce his name, because he's an absolute unit. This guy is like he's an absolute beast, isn't he?
And we find out like Shinra soon realizes when he's fighting him that Charon's he's a second gen fighter. He's got 7 second gen abilities, but as Shinra attacks him, who's a 3rd gen, or maybe 4th gen, we don't know yet. 3rd gen, he hits Sharon, and he absorbs the power. And then when he absorbs that power, he can hit back harder. And his punches are like nukes, aren't they?
Yeah, oh, yeah, he's like known as the Reflector. That's like his name,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because he can just
Yeah,
reflect everyone's abilities.
Yeah.
But then obviously you've got Shinra, who's he's got his little Spider-Man poses, hasn't he? Like little rock and roll Spider-Man poses. And he had this cool moment here as well. Actually, Sharon's like, is Shinra finds out like if he times it right, he can actually get an attack in because it's like a little cooldown. Basically, as soon as he uses the ability, Sharon uses his obviously exerts all the energy. There's got a gap where he can attack, and when Sharon finds out, obviously out that he knows, he's trying to psych himself up, and he gets his own men stop battering him, doesn't he? He's like ah. But then he uses mad fire like Kamehameha on Shinra, doesn't he? It's proper sick, mate. Like Hadouken's him, mate.
Yeah, I wrote that notes like he proper like a full on like superpower Ryu Hadouken, right? Shinra literally blows him up. Shinra just gets fried, so like
he proper batters him. Yeah. But he's persistent, isn't he? He's got a good art on him, old Shinra boy has. And then you get this like a little bit of a memory from him where Obi's telling him about rock music. It's like, so in rock music, this is with the devil horns. Like, this is what they refer to it as. This is where it came from. And obviously, you've got to have a little bit of rock and roll. Like when you're doing it, just think of rock and roll sort of thing. And it's like little hype speech, isn't there, for him?
I like the bit where it's like about the rock and roll. It's like, yeah, when they do that to the crowd, it gets them pumped, it gets them ready. And obviously, this is what Shinra's done. And obviously, he's got him ready for this fight against Sharon, isn't it?
Yeah, so, he's buzzing, man.
Just want to throw in there that Kareem with his bell and his musical instruments doing bits, mate.
He is saving people.
He's freezing demons' asses, mate, all over the place.
We'll get to a little bit of something else that happens a little bit later on with him because I'm sick in it. And also, shout out to Maki in this episode as well, the witch.
Yeah, she's doing
bits and all, mate.
Bits as well, yeah.
So like Shinra's basically pulling it off, and the animation of the flames looking like Shinra does like the devil ability, and the animation they use, it's like this demon, like a flame demon, engulfs like Sharon, and like the animation for that was so sick, mate. It was so hype, bro. That moment was so hard.
Because like he unleashes the gates of hell, doesn't he? On Sharon, knocks him flying, doesn't he, with a flying kick kind of thing. Yeah, I love that bit.
And he like blasts off, doesn't he, like Team Rocket style off of Pokemon. But the part that got me is that like he's thinking like Shinra's like, oh relax, like yeah, Sam, this is wicked. Sharon just gets back up, mate, and clotheslines him. That's people's elbow, bro.
All his men are stunned, aren't they? Like, oh, he's been beaten or whatever. Comes back, smashes him into the wall, doesn't he? Like,
batters him again, mate.
Like at first, when he saw that Charon guy, he's literally like getting on Almia's nerves, isn't he? Like asking him questions, and she like batters him as well. You think, oh, this guy's a bit of a weak lad. Nah, mate. These episodes, these previous episodes as well, show that Charon's a beast, mate. And obviously with that reflector ability, it makes him even more powerful. So people like third gens have got to be careful because he's used to fighting these third gens, and he can.
Well, they can create the fire, can't they? So it's easy. It's probably easier for him fighting a third gen than it is a second gen because they're just giving him his ability. Like,
and obviously, as we find out, like second gens, they like manipulate fire. So mate, he's getting all this firepower, and obviously Shinra's firepower is ridiculous, isn't it? And he's getting all this power.
It's so powerful,
mate. It's like Super Saiyan, mate.
Oh, it's so mad. But you got that lich guy, licked? The nutter who's mates with Joker, innit? He brews up a bit of an idea, doesn't he? So he gets all the second gens, gathers them all up, and he's like, look, we've got so much fire, like this is your ammo. And he starts getting all these second gens to start pulling the flames out like the buildings. So it's like 2 birds, 1 stone type thing. It's like, look, we don't need to waste our time then taking like extinguishing the fires because we're just going to take them. And then you've got Maki in the middle of this like playground, this field, and she's just like controlling all of these fire that they're bringing to her. She creates this massive fire tornado.
Yeah,
proper sick, mate. She's wicked. She is.
And just before that licked, obviously because they've got this demon inferno like kind of approaching them, and he's like, basically, there's only two of these that have ever been beaten by the Fire Force. Conroe, legend, and Benimaru, who obviously we see in that episode.
Best mates, they're literally best mates as well.
Knocked him up to the sky, didn't he, and blew him up. But so this guy's a handful. This demon inferno is a handful. And to have this idea of getting the winds, using the wind power between the high-rise buildings, kind of lure them into one place and all this fire, and to create this firestorm, the animation looks so sick in that bit.
It's well good, mate. It's so sick. Then you get this like little moment where Vulcan's got like a truck anti with a water cannon, and he's this cannon's like enough to obliterate anything standing in front of it. And he's like, it's got auto aim on it. Obi, you take front. And Obi ain't got an idea what he's doing, bro. He's like missing every shot, ain't he?
There's that panic, and he's like, what do I do?
I don't know. I'm not good at this sort of stuff. I'm not good at this sort of stuff. So Vulcan's like literally had to jump in and drive directly into the demon so he can point blank hit it.
And I love that bit where so now Obi's on the gun. Demon's right in front of him, can't miss. Shoots him into the firestorm, and then Hinawa uses that missile, doesn't he? He sends it up, and it literally just goes up like such velocity, sick. And it just fucking smashes the demon up, doesn't it?
Yeah, that entire course of events leading up to obviously them killing the demon was so good, mate. It was like peak Fire Force. That wasn't it? Like the animation and everything was great. Like the characters all coming together. Like it was so good.
Yeah.
But then our man, mate, Kareem. Obviously, they're worried because this fire tornado, if it gets out of hand, it's just going to destroy everything.
Maki's trying to control it, and she's
trying her hardest, mate.
Yeah.
It freezes it, doesn't he, mate? Freezes the entire thing, so now they've just got this massive ice penis statue in the middle of the football pitch or whatever it is.
It's like something you make on Minecraft, isn't it? And you stand there back like
yeah.
That's pretty good, that is. Pretty good.
That's a decent sculpture, that is.
Yeah. But then it kind of ends, doesn't it, that episode?
It literally ends as if, Shimra and Sharon, or whatever his name is, are about to have a 1v1 again, because obviously, Shimra gets back up, doesn't he? And then that's it. It just cuts.
So it basically ends like the last episode ended.
Yeah.
It's
like a continuation.
Yeah. But yeah, great episode.
Oh, sick, mate. So good.
When you're watching anime and you start to love the characters and stuff, and then you see them all working together as a team. Peak viewing, mate. That is peak view.
Literally is as well. It's so good. I haven't got many notes from episode 6, but basically, kicks off. They don't really get in much of a fight, do they? Because White Clad have basically been called back. Look, just bring back the fifth pillar. We'll get it cracked on and sort of dealt with. We're just going to get gone. Bring her back to base and we'll sort it out from there. Because obviously it's taking them too much time. Because obviously Arthur's put up a decent scrap. Shimra's put up a decent scrap. They've just finished the demon and extinguished all the flames, so they'll be on the way now as well. So it's they ain't got any hope, mate.
Yeah, we have a bit as well. Inca, obviously the fifth pillar. She's weighing up her options, isn't she? If I go with him, this could happen. If I go with him, this could happen. If we go with the Fire Force, I'll have to pay for my crimes because I'll find out I've been robbing houses that are on fire and stuff like that.
Which is but I know I'll have a peaceful life awaiting me, sort of thing.
But I don't want that. I want she's obviously adrenaline junkie, isn't she? She wants action. She wants a threat on her life kind of thing, that buzz kind of thing. So she goes with the White Clad, doesn't she? Shimra obviously tries his hardest because he's the hero. Tries his hardest to stop her. Sharon just bashes him in the wall again, doesn't he? Smashing him into the wall.
Straight in the face as well.
He's done, mate. But it's that bit as well. So Sharon takes Inca to Almeida. And then Panda's obviously followed him. Obviously Inca's mate. Followed him with a gun in his hand, shaking.
Trying to save
him alive, mate.
Mate, I put RIP, mate. Rest in Panda.
Inca
set the poor lad's Willie on fire, mate. Set him on the fire knob first, mate.
But you see... When he's getting burned alive, you see
up in flames,
his eyes and stuff like that. It's flipping it, mate.
That was rough. That was. That's
if
I'm totally honest, mate. That's pretty much all my notes from that episode because it feels like it felt like the end of a season, really bad because it's that's the end of that arc almost, and then they're going on to a few bits in between, isn't they? Where obviously they're talking and it's a lot of a bit of an explanation to certain people. Obviously, you got that guy from is it the fourth? Is he? The freaky guy who wants to be touched by his fire all the time.
Yeah, I can't remember his name now.
I can't remember his name, but he's disappointed at how slowly that they reacted to him to Company 8. Like, I think he wanted to obviously be more involved into it than they were, so he's a little bit disappointed obviously in himself and his company. Then you got Company 1 as well. You got like a little bit with Company 1 where they're like, there's not really much we can do because obviously we've got the church and all this sort of stuff. And he's like, well, we have got Kareem snuck off, and obviously Tamaki's already there because she's on suspension, sort of thing. And it's like, you go around these other little parts of these people, and then it's basically like a build up, and they just got on a boat.
Yeah, I do like the bit as well. Like, obviously, the White Cloud have gone. Company 8 are in the town. They failed to obviously recruit the fifth pillar, but they decided to return to headquarters, gather more information of what the White Cloud are doing. But it's that bit where the whole team are like kind of proud they did a good job, like shaking each other's hand, patting each other on the head and stuff. Then it's the town, and the town cheers and like obviously like thanking him, like clapping him and stuff like that.
Yeah,
all cheery out. Thanks for sorting out kind of our town that's been on fire. Like a tearful praise and gratitude, which I thought was really good. I was like, yes, that's decent, that is.
Proper little appreciation, isn't they?
Yeah. Because obviously they put the lives on the line, so they should be thanked for it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we have this. Like you said, it's like a kind of the end of a season, isn't it? We have this.
It felt like it, didn't it?
So they need to find more information on the Dollar Burst, the pillars, events of like the previous cataclysm. So they get sent on a journey, don't they? 4 of them. So we've got Shimra, Arthur, that licked bloke, and then Tamaki into it from Company 8. They get sent off on a mission to the Chinese peninsula. So it's off into the unknown, outside the Tokyo Empire, across the ocean. So it's a joint operation with another company. So you've got
they're joined with another 4, aren't they? Juggernaut's there, isn't he?
Yeah, Ogun and Juggers. I put Juggers, mate.
Big Jug.
But we find out that Juggernaut he's from that side of the world. Obviously, it was a while back when he was younger, so he went. But he's like meant to be acting as like a guide. Then we have the Lord, the whistleblowing Lord, Lieutenant Pan. What a mate! What a man!
Big Pan.
Oh, Pan.
Whistly Pan, mate. Top bloke he is.
But yes, in the episode you have like the whole team going on deck. A bit like the first scene of like Titanic. they're all like waving like bye. I don't think it'll end the same as Titanic, but they're all like waving people off, and they're leaving the docks. Obviously, they've never really been on a ship before, so it's like a big journey ahead. All excited, but like I said earlier, they're off into the unknown. So I'm looking forward to seeing next episode, see what's cracking off that side of the world. Well, that's
one of the things I did like as well is, you know, when they show like the map of the world, and then it's like, oh, this is before the Great Fires and everything, and the map of the world after, and how much of the land's just gone, and it's just literally like bits and bobs. That was sick. That was.
But obviously, that's like back in the day when the Great Cataclysm happened. But obviously, the White Cloud want to make it even worse. So what's the world going to look like after that? It'd be gone, mate. Be sizzled.
It'd just be water, mate. It's got to be just water, like the ocean. Then, I mean, let's be honest, they're not flipping evaporating that bad boy, are they?
No. They'll just be like they're all like boat people, mate. But yeah, great couple of episodes. Excited to see what's up in the next episode with the off on this big journey. We've got the 4 main people really. Licked, not too bothered about, but obviously Arthur, Tamaki, and Shinra, the main man. So yeah, and I do like Juggers. I like his character. Juggernaut's a beast. So I'm looking forward to seeing him fire a few missiles off. So yeah, bring on the next episode.
Yeah, it's I'm still loving it, mate. It's good. There's one part as well on there where Licked went back and saw Joker, didn't he? So like we've got another little bit of an interaction with him and Joker as well, and still I don't know his motives. I still don't know what's happening with that. So it's still nice. There's a little bit of mystery there, isn't there?
I'm glad you mentioned that as well, because Lick's like, if you're that interested, why don't you join the Fire Force? So, and then Joker's like, yeah, that's a good idea. So maybe he will. Maybe Joker will join the Fire Force under like a disguise or something. That'd be pretty cool.
It'd be nice to see more of him, because his character's quite interesting, isn't it? We don't really know. It's like quite a unique, sort of like elusive guy, isn't he? So it'd be nice to get to know them a bit more.
And I was saw earlier in the season 1, we saw Joker fights show, and he put a decent fight up. So he is a good fighter, and he has got some decent abilities. So yeah, great show.
Decent.
Great show.
It is
I'm
good.
glad
It
we
is
start
very
watching
good.
it.
Yeah, same man, same man.
Right.
Going for soundboard, yeah.
Yeah, but I want to request that we do Sakamoto Days after the soundboard. Because
Yeah, man.
great show, mate. Great show.
Fantastic show, mate. Right. Those of you who have following us regular and listening, watching, doing whatever you do, every single week we do a Geek soundboard. It's what we call it, Geek soundboard. And basically we just play a sound from something, a game, a movie, a TV show, whatever it is. And if you know what it is, let us know in the comments and let us know your experiences of that. We'll discuss it at the end anyway. We'll play 3. Here is number 1.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
And then we'll play another one a little bit later on, and then another one a little bit later on, and then we'll have a chat at the end about it. So if you know what that is from, let us know in the comments. And yeah, we'll discuss it.
I'd like we always say every week, put in the comments like your experience as well, what you liked about the said thing, obviously the different characters and all that lot. We like interaction, so yeah, put it in the comments at the bottom, and we will definitely reply to your comment. But yeah, Sakamoto Days. Ian suggested we watch this, and what a brilliant idea it was.
Sheesh.
Sakamoto Days. So it starts. Taro Sakamoto.
Sorry. Just a massive shout out to Dubbed on Day 1 anime, mate.
Oh yeah.
Dubbed on Day 1 is literally like a godsend. Sakamoto Days, Dandadan, Kaiju number 8, that's just to name a few. If you're dubbed on Day 1, don't get me wrong, I know there's a lot of people out there who are subbed only. Me and Martin are dubbed warriors. Norbert, I'm shouting at you, mate, here, because you lot watch it only in sub, but you are Hungarian, so you probably can't understand the English all that well anyway. But it's awesome, especially for people like me and Martin who we're trying to make notes of stuff. And it makes it so you can write your notes while you're still listening to what's actually happening, rather than pausing it, reading the subtitles, then making your notes, and then unpausing it, and that sort of thing. It makes life so much easier, especially if you're a bit busy as well. And you like myself, I've got 2 kids. I watch it in the living room. Sometimes I'm not always looking at the TV when I'm watching something. So Dubbed on Day 1 is chef's kiss, mate. Best thing ever made.
And obviously, like, if stuff that is subbed, we do enjoy it still. It's just, it makes our life so easier making notes for these podcasts so we can talk about it with you guys. But like the sub stuff, like, obviously, we're discussing another one later, which is Solo Leveling. I used to watch loads of Korean shows back in the day, so I'm used to sub and stuff like that. But dubbed is the way forward. From day 1, mate. Dubbed all the way. Shame Solo Leveling isn't dubbed yet, but we'll get over it.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great anyway. Like we're not saying if it's not dubbed, we don't want to watch it. It's just it's easy for us. It's convenient being in dub. Let's be honest.
It's just it just makes our life so much easier. But yeah. So Sakamoto Days. Ian suggested that we watch this, and Ian knew about this way before all you guys knew about it. So he told me. But yeah, so he suggested this. What a great show it is. It's on Netflix right now. Watch the first episode. So it starts off, Taro Sakamoto, this legendary samurai, cool looking guy, ponytail, glasses on, killing loads of gangsters, mate. He's literally slicing them up. I think he knocks one of the teeth out. Hangs one of them. So he's stabbing them all, shooting them all, got his katana, slashing them all. And then, one day, this legendary samurai falls in love. He gets married. He has a kid. And he gets fat.
It's so realistic, mate. Like, it literally is so realistic. Done for physically, innit? It's just done for, mate. But yeah, this opening sequence was insanely good. Like, it reminded me, it was almost nostalgic to me, although it is so new. It reminded me sort of like the old anime sort of like movies and sort of like all of the original sort of like anime series that I grew up watching, like Trigun and stuff like that. Like it was in such a cool, it was stylized so well. Like it was just very, very entertaining. Like really, really enjoyed that opening sequence.
And like all the way through the episode as well, the animation's like so good, mate.
Yeah,
like,
it's so,
the scenes
so
later
good.
on as well. Yeah,
It's like you basically, it's like there's like the kid scene in the store, isn't there, where he imagines stabbing that guy in the neck. Like when that bloke comes in, he's dead horrible to that kid, isn't he? And he's like, in his head, he's like stabs the guy in the neck and kills him, but obviously he doesn't actually do it because he's like working in like, he's got like a little quickie mart, like little corner shop thing, hasn't he? He lives like in an apartment above it. Like it's proper just a chill lad, mate.
that bit with the kid, he spills the ink. So there's a menacing kid in the shop, just being an idiot, being a nuisance. He spills some ink out of his bag, doesn't he? It rolls, and this guy wearing a white suit, mate. You know, the ink goes all over him, over his, and it's the worst thing.
Trousers and stuff, doesn't he?
It reminds me of an experience I had when I went to a barbecue once. Yeah, I went to a barbecue, got back to a barbecue, yeah, and I was like, I'll get a new T-shirt in it. Yeah, it's new T-shirt, new style. So I got like a Nike T-shirt. It's pretty decent. I was like, yeah, this is cool. I'll put it on. Went to this barbecue. Everyone's chatting, having a good time, eating loads of crap. I got this burger, mate. I just put loads of stuff in it called the Chuck Norris, mate. I just got this burger, made my own burger. Bit into it.
Everywhere, mate. Everywhere.
I was
Done
like,
for, bro. Done for.
I think I was standing there for ages. Put my jumper on, mate. Carried on. But it was so gutting. It was so gutting. But yeah, so we have this old colleague approach, don't we?
Big shit.
Old colleague, Big Shin, is a psychic hitman. And he's the one who sees... So we can see stuff before it happens. He can see what people's thinking as well. And he sees... I love this. Because obviously... Taru's like trying to be like a normal guy now, a nice guy, but in his head he's killing people off and he's stabbing some guy.
He's just murking people left, right, and centre in his head. He's like living in his head the same lifestyle, isn't he?
Everyone does that though, like not like murk people off, but like sometimes in your head you
imagine
like,
scenarios, don't you?
Yeah, someone's like taunting you, it's like imagine like punching him in the face or just spitting.
Just left up, mate. Kick straight to bollocks.
Yeah. But yeah, Shin's pretty decent. He's obviously a guy who was his psychic back in the day. He admires him. He thinks he's like the best thing ever. He's like his idol. But then he's gutted to see that he's literally changed so much. Obviously, he sees his physique now. He's a fat dude. But he's still got some skills, hasn't he?
Oh, he's a legend, mate.
He's still got some skills. So we find out that Shin's been sent by his boss to kill Sakamoto. Because Sakamoto obviously fell in love back in the day. And if you leave that hitman life, that's it, mate. They're coming for you to kill you. A bit like John Wick. Obviously, that's what happens in John Wick.
Yeah, if you leave without permission type thing, into
yeah.
you're done for.
But obviously, Shin's obviously like I say, he admires this guy. Is this guy's idol? He's worked with him before, and he doesn't want to kill him. He begs his boss. He's like, "Don't kill him. Kill me instead."
It was when just going back a bit as well. You know the part where he's saying like, obviously he's a clairvoyant, he can read minds and stuff. It's his reaction. It was like when he went into the shop and like Sakamoto, the first thing he thought about is killing him. He's like, "Why is the first thing you thought of is killing me? You know who I am." Like, well, yeah.
Well.
Oh, there's another part as well where I love it on this. He turns his head dead quick, and they've animated his double chin wobbling, mate.
There's that other bit as well, like so Shin's like obviously he's left Taru in the shop, or whatever. He sits in his car and he's like,
fanboy, isn't he?
I can't believe how much has changed, and he's like really excited. It's still awesome, and the car's like shaking. The car's shaking, and then you see out from the outside like a mother and a kid, and they like look at the car and think like someone's having sex with the
dogging
car,
in there or something.
And like he grabs the kid's eyes and takes him away. I was like, that's so funny that. Like you didn't need to put that scene in, but
such a small detail that was like, yeah, it was just funny, wasn't it? But yeah, it's the entire thing. Yeah. Shin's been sent basically to get him. As like Martin said, if you leave the organisation, the consequence is death. So Shin gets a call from his boss, and he essentially says, "No, did you finish the job?" He's like, "No, I can't do that." He said, "No, you've got to." So he goes back to try and murk him off. Basically, doesn't he, to murk off Sakamoto, and he just gets battered, doesn't he? He's got a gun, and he goes to shoot him, and he just spits like a bubblegum or like a sweet dunny out of it.
Sweet, yeah.
Knocks the trajectory of the gun, and then just like disappears. Mate, it's hard to explain that scene. It's just so good. You got to watch it. If you've not watched this yet, it's so good, mate. It's so sick.
Yeah, and the bit about like as well, like Shin before he goes, obviously he gets his silent pistol or whatever. Before he goes, his boss says, "If you don't kill him, we're gonna get someone else. We've got loads of like people that can get to kill him. If you don't do it, I'll get someone else to do it." And he's like, "If it's someone's gonna kill him, it's gonna have to be me because I'm obviously his mate or whatever, his old psychic or whatever." But like I say, the fight in the shop. Obviously, Shin's got a silenced pistol. Tara's just using objects in the shop, and at one point, he throws this custard pie at his head, mate, and whacks him like a headshot. Custard pie on his head. You see that custard pie explode everywhere. So funny, so funny.
It's proper good, mate.
I just love the bit as well. Like, it was so nice, like the bit after as well, where Shin wakes up and he's in Sakamoto's house. Like, it's obviously been bandaged up, and his kid and Sakamoto's wife come in and like, "Are you ready for food or whatever?" And he has
he's like in their apartment above the shop, and they cooked him a full meal and everything.
Yeah, so that makes like, huh? What's going on? And like with Blue Lock and all the other ones, Windbreaker, the food looks.
It's always on point, isn't it?
So
Always
good,
on point, mate. The food.
I think they put all the
nice.
animation in the food, and every anime I watch.
It's so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what I love is that you basically don't hear him hardly speak, like, ever. But you just love him, mate. Like, he's a proper family man. Like, he seems like a dead nice bloke. Obviously, you get that scene earlier on as well where he's helping all, like, the community members into, like, with the shopping and all that sort of stuff. And obviously, Shin goes back and he's, like, begging his boss. Like, no, let Sakamoto live. Look, he's living a peaceful life. He's not harming anyone. He's got a wife, a kid. He's got away from it. And, yeah. It gets to the point as well where, you know, at the end of the day when he closes the shop up and he types his code into his till and all these guns just like appear, like all the shells start flipping and everything, don't they?
That bit of Matrix anyway is like, we need guns, load of guns, and then all just like.
It's so sick.
But all these guns that come out, literally loads of like bazookas, M4s, everything. He picks up a taser gun, doesn't he? He picks up a stun gun out of everything. It's got like MP5s. You got every gun you can
every gun you can ever imagine. He gets a taser.
Stun gun taser.
But basically, Shin's refused, so Shin starts scrapping with everyone. But because he's clairvoyant, he knows obviously what they're thinking within like a short distance. So it's like, if one of them's thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna have a look around the corner," he obviously goes to have a look around the corner, and like, obviously Shin knows that he's coming. So he's doing bits, to be fair. Shin is into, like, he's absolutely smashing these like mob bosses, mate.
And like I say, the animation in this bit as well, like where he's running, he's diving around, he's blasting, he's doing bits like you said.
Yeah, it's so cool.
The animation's so on point. But what we find out is Sakamoto's put like a bug on Shin's gun, so he knows where he is. Comes out from out, doesn't he?
Mate, he's rolled up. He's catching bullets in chopsticks, mate. Like, what's that all about? He's OP, man.
Oh, this is the bit where he just smashed someone's teeth out, doesn't he? And then he gets these like little blades out, doesn't he, as well? Sort of slashing up.
Yeah,
people.
It's sick.
But yeah, at the end of it all, obviously Sakamoto saves Shin, hands him a convenience store outfit, and recruits him.
It's like
the shop, mate.
One of the things that made me laugh as well is he like speaks, doesn't he? Like Sakamoto speaks like one time in the episode or something, doesn't he? And that person's like, "Oh, what did you used to do?" And he just goes, "If you tell him, I will kill you." That's literally like all he said. And she's like, "Oh shit, okay."
I love the t-shirt Sakamoto wears. Like, at one point he has like a pink t-shirt. It just says "retired" on it.
Retired, yeah.
Just like cool little t-shirts like that. But yeah, great show so far, man.
But yeah, my first impressions of this episode are great. Like, it seems like our type of show, certainly like my type of show. It's very like a John Wick type thing, like an animated John Wick comedy type thing. Yeah, sick.
It reminds me like Kaiju and Break, like the serious bits in it, but then there's like so much funny stuff in it as well, like comedic stuff, which them going hand in hand with each other's. Yeah, that's my kind of anime.
I knew it was going to be good, mate. I just knew it was going to be good straight away. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you told me, didn't you? Like, yes. But yeah, I enjoyed it so far. Is it out every Sunday? Or is it Saturday?
I don't know.
It's out of the weekend anyway.
It's Saturday or Sunday. I think it's like Saturday evening also. It's on Netflix, isn't it, in the UK?
Yeah. So it's out on Netflix. Watch it if you haven't watched it already. We've
very much worth it.
Whole first episode, but yeah, watch it. Very good anime.
We did announce what we was going to talk about, so people know.
And I think it's like if someone's getting into anime, I think it's probably like a good start one as well.
I think it would be, yeah. I mean, we've watched one episode, but like I think it would be, yeah. Because if it's going to be anything like Kaiju or anything like that, I'd say that's a good first anime as well.
Mm.
Thing with anime, Josh was having this trouble as well. One of our friends, it's finding the genre you really enjoy. It's all right if you're sort of like into a lot of different genres of stuff, but trying to find, especially people that don't necessarily watch animated things, it's a lot harder for them to get into something unless it's something they obviously are really into. Like Josh has just started watching Solo Leveling, for example, because he's into that sort of thing. Like it's a dungeon crawl type. I mean, he loves like the Souls games, so they're that sort of type of thing where it's very dungeon crawly almost, where you're going through, you get to a boss, you're going through, you get to a boss, you're going through, you get to a boss.
Yeah. So
it's just finding those things. So if you like sort of John Wick, essentially, isn't it? John Wick with a bit of a laugh, then it's for you. It's what you want. It's very good. Very good.
And we'll be getting Josh on the podcast as a special guest soon. So keep an eye out for that. Also, he's in the Discord, so join our Discord. We've got other people in there, really friendly people. We chat about everything: music, anime, TV shows, memes. So yeah, drop in the Discord, say hello, and yeah. But Solo Leveling, talk of Solo Leveling.
Episode 2, mate.
Oh.
Arise got himself some beers, mate. Them beers he mashed up on episode 1. Summoned them, hasn't he? He's got them.
I love that word, mashed up. It's brilliant.
Done them in, hasn't he, mate? So the leader of the White Fang, Big Dongo.
Dongsu.
Yeah, literally the leader of the White Fang and Big Dongo. Both of them are insane, mate. They've got so much power, aren't they? They're like sort of butting heads, aren't they, outside?
Did we see, in the first season, did we see the White Fang dude actually turn into a tiger?
I don't remember it.
I thought that was
seen him
cool in this episode.
The way he turned into it, like changed his like hair and like his face and stuff changed a bit, didn't it? It was so sick.
Literally grabbed his hand and he had like claws come out and stuff.
Powerful bloke in, mate. He's powerful. So obviously the A-rank guy, I don't take his name down, but it doesn't matter now, to be fair. Kim's come back, found obviously the others having a proper feast.
I love that bit. He's literally like looking through a hedge. And he sees all these guys like laughing, chatting, eating all this meat. And he's like, what? They got new coats on as well. What's going on?
He's so fuming, isn't he, mate? They're having a proper sick feast. He's lost his head, hasn't he, though, mate? He's gone to strike him. He's gone to thrash him, mate, because he's like dead jealous. Obviously, Jim Woo's kicked him about a mile away. So, like, he's managed to come in at last minute. But like I said in the last episode, I knew this was going to happen. He's going to get the ice elves he's going to bring them to him. And that's exactly what's happened. They've rolled up. Jim Woo understands what they're saying, though, doesn't he?
Yeah,
it's like a parcel tongue, mate, from Harry Potter, isn't he? But he understands elves instead of snakes. Same thing, mate. Same thing.
I just love the bit as well, like, Kim's seen all the bears get murked off as well. So obviously the elves are following him, so they've seen all the bears getting killed off as well. And they're like, who's this strong dude who's literally killed or strong person who's killed all these people off? So Barker, we find out Barker's the lead elf. He goes, one of my sidekicks wants to fight you. And before anything else, Jim Woo's literally chopped his head off straight away.
His head's gone, mate, instantly. And then he's murked his horse off as well, hasn't he?
You just see the guy's head rolling away. I was like, oh, that's that then. And then Barker's like laughing, isn't it?
In like the snap of a finger, his head's just not even on his shoulders anymore. He's just gone.
I don't think he actually points to the guy who said it. He just
done him instantly.
So
Oh,
Paul
mate.
gets his head chopped off. But yeah, he's literally chopped the guy's head off. And then we have this like big fight break out. So we have Jin Woo with his new acquired. Well, he's got the soldier. He's got the shadow soldiers, but he's also got the bears now, into
The
shadow
bears
bears.
now, yeah.
And then we have this big battle between them and the ice elves. Like I say, another great show with great animation. And in this fight,
it's sick as well in this way. Like they're obviously about to go for the others as well, and Jinwoo's obviously like grabbed the arrows, he's murked 3 of them off. All them bears and soldiers obviously summoned to help. Mate, the animation, like I say, it's fantastic, mate. Very, very good.
That bit you mentioned where he literally grabs the arrow and stabs like 3 guys, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's proper does them in,
so
mate.
good, mate.
And the leader of the elf as well in this is actually like, he's actually strong, isn't he? Like, he puts up a very good fight.
Yeah.
They have a really good back and forth. But diabolical work from Jin Woo, mate. You've got to Kim, or whatever his name is, Ranke Kim. He's coming up from behind, isn't he? Thinks he's going to do something.
Yeah, so you got one coming from one direction, one coming from the other, isn't it? But yeah, tell him what happens.
So he's coming from behind, Jin Woo looks, murks him off, then summons him, basically claims him for his own, mate. Like, and then he's got this big tank going around and he's mental, isn't he? Like, just shouting and stuff. Calls him Iron, doesn't he? What a sick name.
So basically, Kim dies, comes back as a better character.
He literally comes back cool, like, they calls him Iron. But like the entire fight sequence was very entertaining. It was very good. Although the elf obviously got murked off, he was actually like, it was a great foe on it. He was a decent person like to fight against. What made me laugh is obviously he summoned Kim, this A rank back, called him Iron, and he's just repeatedly smashing the dead elf with a hammer. Like, just going mad. And then he's like celebrating with all of the summoned soldiers into. But in my head, mate, I was thinking, he's going to be OP now. He's got Igris. He's going to summon this elf as well. Couldn't do it though, could he, mate? Wouldn't let him.
Yeah, it's not high enough level, is it?
Not high enough level, mate. Peasant. Jin Woo's a peasant, mate. You can't even summon him up, mate.
But that class, what he is a shadow monarch, isn't he? Jin Woo's a shadow monarch. That class he's got is mad, isn't it? Pretty much everything you kill, you can literally summon back as your like minion. Mad.
Classic Necromancer, that is, mate.
Yeah.
That was one of my favourites from Diablo 2, mate. Necromancer. It's cool, I know it was. It's so cool.
Yeah. But yeah,
that's not to be for those of you who don't know what Necromancer is. That's not to be confused with necrophilia. Like, they're not the same thing.
Yeah, there's no way. You do kind of different things with the dead.
There's a slight difference. Make sure you're spelling it correctly if you're Googling it.
With necromancy, you bring it back to life. With necrophilia, I'm not even saying.
We're not even going to talk about it.
Google it.
Don't do that either. Don't Google it.
Yeah, so Jin Woo's not strong enough to bring Barker back as his own, but he does take a little gift with him. He takes Barker's dagger.
That dagger's sick,
the weapon. So if he's got dual wielding daggers, mate, that's a win for me, mate. Honestly, dual wielding's top tier in gaming and anime. Because I like
proper little rogue, mate. Proper little rogue like that, going round. What's happening? Can't get me, mate. Can't get me.
So when they leave, so it's done now. Barker's the main character of the dungeon. He's dead. Gate opens up. They come back through. That white tiger guy, he wants answers, doesn't he? He wants answers. Oh, yeah. Jinwoo floats off. But the woman, I can't remember her name, who followed Jinwoo, because it was like A-class.
We'll see more of her, I think. I think she'll be quite a good character, to be honest. I think she's like a healer type class, I think, isn't she?
I thought she's like a ranger. Maybe both.
I don't really know. It's a woman, isn't it? Just assume it's a healer, isn't it?
But the white clad tiger clan, they sent most of their soldiers. Most of their soldiers that went in were from them. So literally all of them are dead, except this woman. So obviously it's understandable that the leader wants answers, like what happened. Yeah. Where's that Kim guy? Obviously Jinwoo's like keeping silent because he's got him.
He's in my back pocket, mate. It's in my item bag, pal. Do you want to see it? It's in my item bag, mate.
Yeah, don't show him his item bag.
What I liked about this as well is that they obviously the White Claw, or whatever his fucking name is, the leader of the White Clan, or whatever his name is.
I don't know his name, yeah, but yeah.
He's like getting quite aggressive towards Jinwoo, isn't he? Like, no, you need to give me answers. Like, no, I'm not part of your clan, mate. I don't need to do anything. And like, even he's like, he shows a little bit of respect, doesn't he? Like, he backs off a little bit. Oh no, he's right. Like, not like he doesn't owe me anything.
Yeah. But yeah, another great episode.
Sorry, this is near the end. You know where he's
yeah,
he's in the car. And he's that E-rank girl that's there, and obviously he's his mate's driving in. He's gone to pick him up, and his mate's like assumed that they're both at it like rabbits, aren't they? Like
she's underage.
She's underage. He's like,
what?
Yeah. He's like, and she's like, what?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, we're just friends or whatever. He's like, oh, they're at it, and he's not bothered that she's underage.
What? She's underage, and what? Proper got the wrong end of the stick, hadn't he?
But online, this episode, I think got like 9.6 out of 10.
Yeah, this
is a great episode.
Classic solo leveling, mate. This is exactly what you expect from this type of anime.
Top notch stuff.
Yeah, very
Top
good.
Notch.
Very, very good.
Right,
Geek soundboard, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it, mate.
Go for this one.
There is no Dana. There is only Zoo.
It was a bit quiet, but only Zool. You know, you know. Let us know in the comments.
And just to let you know, it's not Zool the game back in the day on the Amiga. To rule that one off your list, mate.
There weren't much talking in that, mate.
So, should we do Skelly Crew next?
Yeah, we'll do Skelly Crew because we've got a lot to talk about on old Squid Games.
So the finale for this, it didn't seem like a finale to me.
I think there's going to be more from this show.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff we haven't got answers for. It was a good episode, don't get me wrong, and it's a good season, but the way it ended, if they could have ended it completely if they'd have just answered a few things that obviously a lot of people have queried with Jod.
Yeah.
But obviously we didn't get some of the answers we wanted, so they can only expand on it. Whether they expand on Skeleton Crew and do a season 2, or they expand on certain characters within Skeleton Crew, i.e. Jod and stuff like that. But I've seen a good couple of theories about him, which we'll discuss after we've spoke about the episode. So obviously, at the start of this one, he's being dead sneaky into like old Johnny boy is. Essentially, they go to meet the supervisor, and Fern and her mum escort him. Well, Fern's mum's like, "No, I will come with you. We'll escort you." So he's basically put the planet under, like, saying to all the droids, like, "No, keep watch of him. Go home, stay home. You're not allowed out the house." That sort of thing to like Wim, Neil, KB, their families. But they've got droids on them at all times. They can't speak, can't do anything. Fern's and her mum's like gone with Jod to the supervisor's office. You go, there's literally nobody there, mate. There's just loads of empty seats and empty computers, like loads. And it's just a big ass droid, isn't he? He's just a big droid.
Another bit as well, like Fern's mum's like, "Oh, you're so privileged at your age going to see the supervisor." And then you find out it's a big droid, like, what? What are you on about, you div?
However, he is the only smart droid in this show. Because he figures it out straight away, doesn't he? He's like, "Oh, well, we had note..." What does he say? Something like, "We had note that from the Republic that Jedis are enemies."
Yeah, traitors, isn't it?
Traitors, that's it. They're traitors. And so he's like, "You're either a Jedi or a liar," basically. Like, which one are you? And John's just stabbed him in the eyeball, mate. Just murked him off with a lightsaber straight away, mate.
Yeah,
I was fuming, mate. I was like, how's that murked him off straight away, mate? That's short-lived him. But the problem is the supervisor. He's like the source of everything. So like all the power's gone out, all the droids have gone offline. Fern's mum's like agreed to help Jod, obviously, to save her and Fern, because Fern's like Jod's like threatening to murk him off and all sorts of stuff. They've got to drop the barrier down to let the pirates come in. The pirates, obviously, they do that. The pirates get through the barriers. Neil and KB legends, mate. They rolled up on the bikes to win. Now, this part, mate, I loved this next part of this episode, you know. So they've got a plan to get out of the barrier. They want to call the owl, and obviously the X-Wings, and obviously get them to come and save them and batter the pirates and save the world. But the sick woodland scene, mate, where they're all on the bikes. Even Wim's dad's rolled up as well, mate, on one. Like, that's so good, mate.
At the start of this episode, I was like, Wim's dad's so crap, like such a crap dad. But then, as the episode goes on, it gets a bit better. But
Wim's still bottom tier, though, isn't he? KB's best.
KB and Neil, mate. Neil, the bit of what Neil does later, mate.
Yeah, and KB as well, mate. Woohoo!
Yeah, she's a beast, mate.
But essentially, you get this very like a Return of the Jedi-esque Endor level sort of like woodland bike scene, which one of my favourite scenes from Return of the Jedi is where they're on Endor and they're blitzing through after them scout troopers and stuff. So good, mate. Very, very good. Neil's been blitzed clean off his bike, but he's all right. Luckily, we're all good. Old Trunk is still alive. Legend. Wim and his dad are on a proper mission, so they flew off. So the plan is they get into the ship. KB's gone to the ship. Wim and her dad have had to go back because the ship's like on these locks, and obviously they need the power to unlock the feet. Yeah, to unlock the brakes so they can take off. So Wim and his dad are like, oh, we can sort this out. They're on a proper mission, mate, to get to the supervisor tower. They're getting up there. They've managed to get the power back up because they've got up there. Wim's sort of like distracted Jod not knowing his dad's there, and his dad's like proper like Splinter Celled around, hasn't he, mate? Like hiding around, managed to get the power on, mate. So he's Jod's fuming though, isn't he? But do you know one of the best things of this episode? Who's still alive, mate? SM33's still alive, man. Still alive, bro. Get in there, Big Nick.
Yeah, and the rat's back in it as well.
Oh, mate.
Legendary rat inside his head.
He's knocking about still.
Yeah, so the breaks and release. She shoots up, doesn't she? Shoots up, past the barrier, calls in for aid, and then the owl lady's like, yeah, it won't be long, mate. Just like hold fire or whatever. KB comes back down, gets shot down, doesn't she? She like, you think she's dead, but she's not.
Oh, it's proper dramatic as that is as well. Yeah. We've just seen the ship come down, like slowly.
But you're like,
yeah, it's made me laugh when Neil's got on that big laser, mate. He's got one shot off and it's blew up. What's the point in that, mate? What a waste, man.
Yeah, it's like, I've got you. Blast one shot and then nearly gets blown up.
gets fully murked off, doesn't he?
So obviously the Jedi's, the army's coming, the X-Wings are coming, but the barrier's still up. So literally all of them are fighting against Jod, aren't they? Jod's using his like force pushes, and there's a bit as well because they're trying to pull this like lever down to like release the barrier. But there's a bit where Wim's dad's about to pull the lever, and then Jod like does like a force pull thing, and you see his fingers bending back. I was like, oh,
it's bad, isn't it?
Man.
Bad, mate.
Awful.
But like that part there, Wim and Fern have obviously they plan to destroy the barrier completely. Like I say, Wim's actually got a pair of balls on him now. He's actually trying his best to try and do something. His dad though, Wim's dad, it was like this, mate, and then he starts going down again, doesn't he, like that, because he starts bricking it like, oh, Wim, help me, like, mate, he's like 8. Like, come on, mate. But yeah, obviously Jod's got the lightsaber to his throat. You get this like speech from Jod, don't you, about making credits, etc. Like, I was just going to give you all jobs. You was all just going to make credits for me for the like blah blah blah. Obviously, it's all a load of crap. But Wim's dad's like this, mate. Starts coming back up again, doesn't he? Gets a sick right hook on Jod, doesn't he?
Yeah, we find out a bit about Jod's backstory, don't we? A little bit.
That he did have some.
Yeah, he did have some like Jedi training, but obviously the galaxy hunted down the person that trained him, and he's literally like trying to describe to Win like the darkness and cruelness of the galaxy, and like you've got to bid it for yourself kind of thing. You've got to steal like Eddie Guerrero, mate, to get anywhere in the world. Basically, that's what he's saying. But
Big Eddie, you know. But this is where that sort of ties into some of the theories I saw online, which there's some very good theories I've seen online. But obviously, yeah, during all that like scuffle, Wim managed to get the saber. and Jod is using the Force, and he's like pulling them along like that. Then Fern's got involved. She's holding on to Wim. Wim's like you say. Wim's dad's reaching for the lever for the barrier, but Fern's mum finally steps in, steps up. She gets the barrier down, and I tell you what, for them as a planet, the view that they get after that barrier goes down, mate. The visual of the barrier was so good. Like it's all the lights, it's like lighting up the ground below them as it's going down, and it just reveals like all of the stars in the sky, doesn't it? Like, and every single person who's there, like what, like because they've never known it. They've always been inside this like bubble, haven't they, their entire lives?
Even in the enslaved, they're all like, oh.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Wow. And then you get this part where the New Republic, they obviously starts rolling in, blitzing the ships, start battering these pirates, don't they?
Yeah, X-Wings, mate. X-Wings to the rescue.
Best ships, mate. Sickest ship in Star Wars, by far.
Yeah, that's it. Flying in. Dominating the area, mate. Making a name for himself. God literally watches out the window, mate. He watches his plans, the ships, the pirate army being destroyed. The day's won by Wim and his team.
I mean, they have wrecked half of Atatin in the process, to be fair, as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they blast a ship down. It literally ruins like a whole street. Murks off whole shit. But yeah, but the big news here, SM33, mate, is back. That's all you need to know.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
They've run basically as well. They've ran in to find, obviously, KB's ship suspended from the ceiling. The hatch opens. That's a little cool scene where the hatch opens like that, and all them credits slide out, and she slides with them. She's not dead. Legendary. Neil's got the rat. He's got the rat out of 33. His little pet. Legend.
But we, like towards the end, obviously, we don't see what happens with Jod. Jod just literally, you just see him looking out the window, and that's it. We don't see anything more of him.
Yeah. Now,
like you said,
this isn't part of the theory. This was like my thought is that you get that part with Jod as well, where they're in the lift, aren't they? The elevator and the doors closing, and Wim's like basically almost like asking him to come with them, sort of thing. And Jod smiles at him because, like, deep down, I think he is a good character because obviously he has trained with the Jedi before, and I just wish we could have learned more about him in the season. Like, I feel like they're going to have to sort of make like a follow on to something else potentially. I don't think they'll leave it as a mystery like this because I don't know what other people are saying. I don't know what ratings are saying, but it's been a good show. Like, I've really enjoyed it. Like, it's been a very good Star Wars show, and they could easily expand from some of the characters that are in this show now. So,
yeah, I've put my notes here. Like, it's a great series to add to the franchise and the universe Star Wars because, yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed watching it. The characters are really good in it, especially Jod, Neil, legendary, SM33, legend as well. KB. But when I first started watching it, I was like, shows with like kids in it. Whereas loads of kids, you're like flipping it, mate. Obviously, Goonies classic, but
they made these kids Goonies-esque. They didn't make them like because there's a way you do it, isn't there? Yeah, there's a way you do it, and they've done it. They did it in the right way, I thought.
When it first came out, and like loads of kids being advertised, like I don't know about that.
Yeah, it was a bit unsure, wasn't we?
Top tier, mate.
But the theory that I saw. So this is set like the same time as Mandalorian and stuff. I think it's like 5 years after like Return of the Jedi or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
And one of the theories I saw, which don't time-wise, it probably doesn't add up as well because obviously you've got to think Obi-Wan Kenobi is like bare old mate in like the prequels, the sequels. I don't know, 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. The 70s ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
It made it very confusing. But one of the theories I saw, which was cool if it was true, was that Jod was actually one of the younglings, and he escaped Order 66. You know, and Anakin like murked all them kids off.
Yeah.
That was one of the theories I saw, and I thought, do you know what? If that was like true, because obviously Palpatine and stuff like that, obviously around at that point, if that was true. And that was like his backstory. It'd have been very cool to like dive into that, or to dive into that if that is the case, to see where he like progressed after there and how he got away, and seeing some of them clips again from Anakin, but from a different perspective, like of the younglings. And yeah, I thought it was a cool theory. It didn't necessarily make all that much sense in a way in terms of timeline, but it's one of the better ones I've seen, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love a good old theory. I'd like to see what people are saying about it. But talking of Star Wars, Ian did a short on YouTube and TikTok of picking your team. You have $15, pick your team. Check it out. There's some great characters on there. It does say at the top, pick 5 people, so do pick 5. Leave a comment. I mean, I knew who my 5 were. I've put it in the comments, but got some decent ones.
You know who mine
are as well,
mate. They mention them. Do you know what I mean? I mention them.
But Darth Maul's on there, so clearly that's one of yours. So, but yeah, check it out. Leave your comments on there. Yeah. But we've got one more show to talk about, haven't we?
Squid Games, Season 2.
You know what? I went to sleep the other night, mate. I had that song in my head. You know the song from Squid Games, mate? Because I watched it like 3 episodes back, mate.
The carousel one's the sickest thing, mate. We'll get to it.
By the way, we think TikTok doesn't like Squid Games because
Ian
put a short up. He said something's wrong with it, didn't he? Like, oh, it's dodgy. I put a short up, like, back a week later. Said it's dodgy. Like, you can check your, on TikTok, you can check your account status. And it had like a red mark in it, so I was like, oh, flipping idiots. I don't know what's wrong with it. Decent shorts, but
they won't push it. They just literally won't push anything Squid Games related, like, at all. It weren't even like mine was literally to do with like 12 episode animes, mate. Like just a picture of the character on it from it. But yeah, whatever.
Mad. But yeah, episode 5. So today we're going to discuss episode 5, 6, and 7.
If we can fully remember them.
Yeah, so it's in this episode where...
Oh, it's the legged race one, isn't it?
Yeah, the game.
It's the legged race game.
So, teams of 5. Got 5 games. They need to get through past the finish line. All the legs are tied together. Loads of people get murked off on this. Loads of people.
Literally loads of people got murked off. Some of them were first try wonders, weren't they? Like smashing all of the challenges and stuff. But loads of people got murked, mate.
There's even a person did all the games. Well, a team did all the games. Literally, at the finish line is like there. Murked off, mate. Time ran out. Boom. Gone.
RIP, mate. RIP.
But you know what's funny about this? The game as well. Like they're doing the games, but there's like blood all over the floor. Where everyone else has got murked off.
Like so slipping and that, yeah.
Yeah, flipping it. But yeah, Sung's team makes it with 1 second to spare. So, you know, leave it to the last second. People are still getting upset and mardy because they're greedy about the piggy bank money's not really going the way they wanted. They thought they'd get more. Still not enough. And then we have the problem with these last 3 episodes is like the voting system. They spend so much time like doing the votes and stuff. It's like
this is, I think, because I messaged Martin when I finished watching these. I have a problem with the last episode and the way it ends. The season ends, and I looked online, and I'm not the only person either. And like, they could have just taken out so many scenes and just added an 8th episode, like, and made an episode 8 of this season. Because now we've got a season with 7 episodes. That's stupid for one straight away. But like, the voting stuff was so boring, mate. It felt like it went on for ages, didn't it? Like, it's just so unnecessary.
But one of the best things to come out of the voting thing was Jungbei, legendary character in this show. He goes against Sung, doesn't he? And then obviously that's his best mate. Goes against him, and then they have this bit where they're both like sitting in different parts in it, and that Jungbei just doesn't want to like even look at Sung. Is like sitting there like that. And then it's his mate, is it Dang Ho or whatever his name? He comes over and goes, "Get your arse over here, mate. Come on, stop messing
Yeah,
around.
come on,
silly,
stop being a git. It's
Yeah.
007, mate. It's him voting again, and his mum's like voted to stay in. His mum's voted to go, and he's voted to stay in, auntie. And
007, mate. Definitely not James Bond, that guy.
it's definitely not James Bond, mate. Definitely not James Bond.
Should do a short of that, like him.
There's no point, mate.
James Bond music.
Squid Games, innit?
Yeah, no.
I suppose it'll work on YouTube, I guess.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Mate, 124. I hate that character so much. There's a part in this episode where he says he's born in '97. Bro, you've never been younger than me, pal. Shut up. Koreans usually look quite young. He looks 40 something. He does, mate.
Is that Thanos' mate?
Yeah, he's a dick.
Oh, mate, I hate that guy.
Gimp, mate. I hate him so much, mate.
Well, I don't like to do it, but you know when you watch a show and you wish someone died.
Hey, I'm just looking at my note. I swear I'd batter 124.
But anyway, the voting happens. The vote's gone the way of another game. Lights go out, mate. Song's like, watch your back, mate, because they're in different areas now, aren't they? So
it's split them, haven't they?
Well,
They've split
the
them
ones
up.
who have voted are together.
Which is foreshadowing, mate, because that is a tactic. They've purposely done that to segregate them, haven't they? To create a little bit more tension, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
Songs like, listen, mate, I've been, obviously, they know who's been in this place before. It's like, because they want money, their greed, it creates monsters. So when the lights go out, mate, watch your back because people will attack. But a shout out, I want to shout out to the granny, you know, the guy's mum.
She's sick, mate.
She is doing bits, mate. Comforting people, looking after the pregnant woman, taking her to the toilet and stuff. Legend, mate. Just wanted to mention her because, yeah, she was doing bits.
You know the people that want to stay in, mate, versus the people that want to go. I agree with them. I do, you know. 70 million won is like only 38 grand. It's not much in the grand scheme of that, mate. If your life's on the line, you may as well go for a bit more, aren't you? See how much you can get out of it.
You know, I hate that. Yeah, the people who want to stay in. The guy, the person I hate the most is that old dude.
Is it the old one? Mate, I would honestly drop kick him. I would double footed tackle his kneecaps backwards, mate. I hate him so much. I hate him as equal as 124. He was the one in the earlier episodes, and all just kicking off because, oh, you said it was going to be this cookie thing. Shut up, you dickhead.
I'd do it in that voice. Like, dickhead.
Dickhead.
But yeah, he's so annoying because he owns the most. It's like 10 billion or whatever, isn't it?
Yeah, what a nerd. How do you owe that much money? Like, it doesn't make sense. Are you borrowing houses off people or something, bro? Like,
he's a knob, isn't he? But yeah, he's. Oh, I hate that guy. But yeah, he's there like leading the taunts in the end, leading everyone, like riling everyone up. Fucking get rid of him, mate.
Oh, one thing as well. Why can't they just give him at least a bit of half-decent food? They've got a bread roll and a carton of milk. What do you mean, mate? Like, what are you on about? Oh, one time I got one egg, like sand. But one thing that made me laugh is, you know the old woman? Obviously, 007, her son voted, didn't he, to stay? And he goes, oh, Ma. And she goes, don't call me Ma, you brainless little shit.
Yeah, she's a legend, mate, she is. I don't know. I can't remember her name. I just got her in my notes as Granny because she's a legend.
I literally, my very first note of this episode was like, I hope they do well because I really like the old woman. Like in that, you know, the first game. Don't call me Ma, you brainless little shit. That proper made me laugh, mate. That did.
So then, towards the end of this episode, episode 5, we have a new. So they voted for one more game. I think that's what the episode's called. One more game. One more game is a game called Mingle. So basically, they get put on this carousel wheel. One of the best games I think in this second season.
I think this is honest to God. This carousel one, I much preferred the first season to this as a whole. The first season was so much better, but this might be one of my favourite games overall. Like this was this was proper good. This game was the carousel. This if they didn't have the carousel game in this season would have been like under 7 out of 10, mate. Low 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, in the first season, we had the games like the tug of war, which is great.
Yeah, my favourite one was the glass one. You know, that that was sick.
Yeah,
that was, wasn't it?
And like they're pushing each other, weren't they? They're pushing each other like, you go first, you go first.
Yeah, that was sick.
It's a bit imagine Fall Guys, you know that bit at the end where you have to like kind of find the secret path and just push it on. But yeah, the end of this episode, this new game called Mingle. Basically, this carousel spins round. The music stops. They say a number, and you must get in them teams and then get in a room, like the rooms around the carousel, in time or you're dead, basically. And you must get in the rooms in the right number that's called out. So that ends that episode, doesn't it? Episode 6 now.
New game, mate. I am glad they mixed it all. Like the red light, green light is iconic, to be fair, isn't it? And I kind of, because obviously our man was in again, big 456 or whatever he is. I've decided to use code names, not real names, by the way, now. And because he's back in it, I feel like they did that to mess with his head. So he, just because of obviously what happened, where he's like, oh, I know what comes next. I've done this before, blah, blah, blah. And obviously then they've just mixed it all up. But yeah, episode 6, mate.
So this game starts. This match literally is like a culling of most players, isn't it? It's literally
it gets rid of
wipe out a load of people.
Mathematically, they've got to murk off bare people, haven't they? Like, so many people get done in.
But one of my favourite bits in the start of this episode is Thanos, mate. Because he's got them drugs, hasn't he? It's on drugs, mate, and just skipping around.
He's off his head, isn't he? Proper bad.
And dancing around while the music's on. It's so funny. I love that guy. He's a knobhead, but he's like a likable knobhead. Like they put him in especially for that reason and make him funny as well. I love the bit as well. Like Song and like Player One, which is the front man. They save Granny, don't they? They save Granny from certain death, mate.
Yeah,
carrying a room, don't they? Just in time. I was like, oh mate, I'm so glad Granny's still alive.
Yeah. So basically, what happens is it spins around. There's a number, and so like 10, for example, is the first one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's loads of these rooms, and then 10 people have got to get in each room. If there's less than 10 people, you're done for. If there's more than 10 people, you're done for. And if you don't get in a room, you're done for. Like, people are getting done, mate. Like, fully getting done, aren't they? And 22's pregnant, so technically they had 11 people instead of 10 in that first room. So I want to replay on the technicality on that one, mate.
We won't say anything because she's pregnant, but yeah, I agree.
Also, one of the rooms was room 33. They all got murked off, mate, didn't they?
Yeah.
We had a room 33 at our school where all of the, like, let's say, challenged kids went, like, proper Resident Evil style kids, mate, went to that room 33, mate, at my school.
And then when they went in, you never saw him again, did you?
The Walking Dead, bro. That's what it used to be like The Walking Dead in there, mate.
Yeah, you're like, that guy with special needs went to that room. Never seen him again.
I want to bring up as well, one thing, every single one of these games, mate, I've been looking out for him every single time. It's Painting Guy, mate. Painting Guy every single time. And I got a glimpse of him in this episode, and I was like, right, my man's still alive. Like, buzzing. Also, mate, I wrote down like, oh, there's 11, she's pregnant, 11 people. 001 used my same joke, mate. I had to tell Nat about it. I'm like, he's used my joke, he has. I've just wrote that down in my notes. Why is he's nicked my joke, mate? Fuming. It's like, get your own material, pal. This is mine.
But the numbers start thinning. And we get down to 2 people, don't we?
Yeah.
Get down to 2 people. Young Bay and Player One go in a room. There's already a guy there. Player One, mate, fucking gets on his back, mate, murks him off, mate.
Oh, I tell you what, before that, going back to Thanos, mate, there's a part where he's like, he doesn't know to pick, does he, in certain parts. He's like, and he like push one guy, and like, you come with me. But it's one part where he walks out of the room and he goes, welcome back, my friend, skirt. It's like proper random.
You know what I noticed about him too? Like, Thanos and your mate, I can't remember his number, 4.
124, mate. 124. No, I won't forget him, mate.
Yeah, the thing about it, like, they'll like betray someone in this game, and then after, like, oh, you're right, mate, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that. Mate, you've literally just nearly got me killed. What do you mean?
But yeah.
Also, R.I.P. Young Me. Now I've got an older, Young Me is dead.
But yeah, little girl gets killed off. It's quite
Yeah, it's an emotional
bad
scene,
killing,
that is.
a bad killing as well. Like literally, gets
Yeah,
knocked off
she's
the
at the door, isn't she? Like the door locks her. They literally can't do anything, and she just gets shot in the back. Yeah, that's bad. That is young me. R.I.P.
You know what? I also hate in this show that shaman woman, mate. Why is she not dead?
Oh, mate, don't even get. I could just read it. So like 001 murking that bloke off in that room was proper savage. I absolutely love to see that. Like, because there was 3 of them in a room and there was 2 left, weren't they? He's killed him off. He's like, well, he's dead, mate. So there's only 2 of us in here. We're alive. Obviously, it didn't matter anyway because he's the leader. He was never going to get murked. But like,
But yeah, he's a great character, isn't he? Let's talk about it for a second, mate. The front man as
he's so good, so good, mate.
Such a good
Elon
actor,
Musk, legend, bro. Now this is my genuine note here. They need to give up trying to find that island. Something about this boat captain feels off to me.
Snake in the seas, isn't he?
And I thought, not sure if it's just the voice actor, but he seems a little bit suspicious in my eyes because he was starting to question a lot of stuff. And obviously later on, we learn, don't we, why? I think that's is it in the last episode?
That's coming up. You mean about the captain?
Yeah.
That's coming up, mate. That's coming up.
But, mate, then this is my next note. The shaman lady brings nothing to the show. She's shit and just needs to get gone. That's literally what I've put, mate. Because she's nothing, mate. Her existence is pathetic in this show.
Now you've told me what you've put in your notes. I'm going to put it out. I was like, how is the shaman woman still alive? Die already, cursing people. Obviously, I put exclamation marks as well. Die already, cursing people.
I also want to know, like, you know, the mask shapes, like you got square, circle, triangle, whatever. Do you get to pick your favourite shape, or is it like a ranking system, like a roll system?
Yeah, because the guy at the top is an X, isn't he? The other guy in the black.
So like, but I mean, like, all the triangles. All triangles murk people off. All squares retrieve dead bodies. All circles are on surveillance. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just makes sense. It just makes sense to me, mate. You know what I mean? You're on clean up.
Squares, they're cleaning coffins, mate.
You're on clean up. Yeah.
You clean the toilets, mate. You got a square on your mask.
Square head.
But yeah.
Again, mate, what happens after this bit though?
We have another vote, mate.
Mate, I've literally got about this. All I can see on my notes is loads of different O's. They've got a tie and they're voting again. Stop. Boring. That's literally what I've got in my notes. Just loads of O's. Mate. Stop.
But after this vote, we have a bit of a scene, don't we? Bit of a bathroom scene, don't we?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, there's just before that, though. Is it just before that where they find the hatch on the island?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Because they're on the boat, they find a hatch on an island with a drone. They've got like a drone looking now. They get up there, don't they? Booby trapped, innit, mate? Murks one of the lads off.
Yeah, you know that bit? You see him on the boat after, and you see that guy with the bandage around his head. That's like... I looked at him, I was like, what? An explosion went off and he just got a bandage around it, like a poorly head, mate. Turns out some other guy got murked off as well. I didn't hear it at first. I was like, what?
At first you thought it was the guy who got blown up, just got a bandage on his head.
Like a little plaster on his head, mate. I was like, what's going on?
That bloke just took shrapnel in the background, that's all.
But then as soon as
cartoon character or something, bro.
Yeah, just like wrapping his head up like he's got a poorly head. And then we find out he's like, oh, someone else got killed off as well. I was like, oh, right, fair enough. But I thought that guy had been blown away because you see the guy found away, didn't he? But then we have a bit where, like, obviously we've got the two teams, X and Circle, obviously the different voting teams, and they're trying to like Thanos' mate. They're trying to convince.
Sorry.
They're trying to convince people to like switch sides, aren't they? And Thanos is proper bullying like MJ Coin guy. He's like, "Come on, man, switch your sides." In the bathroom as well. I was like, "Come on, man, let me have his little wee and get out of there." But anyway, they're bullying him. And this big fight breaks out in the bathroom.
That fight is so sick as well, mate. Like, in my notes, I literally put we had the game, the carousel game, one of the best games in Squid Games, full stop, in top 5 games of Squid Games. Was fantastic. And then we got all the suspense was just honestly drained instantly from the voting. And then we got redeemed by this. The voting was redeemed by this bathroom scene. But the note before the scene, my note says, number 100, the old bloke thinks he's sick. Old prick, he'll be dead soon. Mate, I get dead fuming when I'm watching these things sometimes.
I feel sorry for that guy as well. You know, the young scared lad.
Oh, yeah.
Minsu, his name is. He's literally getting bullied by Thanos and his mate as well all the time, isn't he? Like, oh yeah, you pick this side, you pick that side. It's like, leave the guy alone, man. It's like a little weed, but leave him alone.
Yeah, he's like
bullying
shitting it, isn't he? Shitting it.
Anyway, this big fight breaks out. There's people come out of everywhere, aren't they? It's like, oh, he's trying to change vote. And there's some guys like, you what? Like, there's people coming from different.
Oh, the levers, the stays have just started on us. No, the levers started. No, the stays started. Proper gang warfare. It's like Crips and Bloods in there, man.
10 people come out of a cubicle, don't they? Like, what?
Yeah, where do they all come from? Everyone's having a shit all at the same time, aren't they?
Someone's having a crap when someone's watching me. But yeah, they all come out of this. And the big fight breaks out. And the episode ends with Thanos getting stabbed in the neck, mate.
He gets a fork in the neck. I don't get me wrong. I really wished it was his mate.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, he deserved it. Like he's like just been dead horrible to that bloke, innit? Like all the time. He's just snapped. Like he's just got too much for him, and he's just snapped, hasn't he, now?
Yeah. So MJ Coins literally stabbed him in the neck, mate.
Yeah.
And as we go into the next episode. We've got one more Geek Sound, mate. Oh, yeah.
Let's just do one more before, because obviously after this we'll have to discuss it.
Yeah, true.
Everyone's got it. Call Horn, mate.
Yeah, they'll get it when we've played the final, like, one, innit? The final. We've got a special one for them, haven't we? But yeah, so episode 7 starts. We think, is Thanos still alive? Nah, mate. MJ Coin stabs him again in the neck for the second time in a different area. He's done, mate. He's gone.
You got to tell you what, he's still trying to get him, though, isn't he? You got to respect old Thanos. That was a classic. Mate, that was a classic brawl, that was, wasn't
it? Got shanked up, though, like prison style, didn't he?
Mate, this is how much I hate him. I don't think it was even relevant. Honestly, hate 124 with a passion, little cretin. Hope he gets murked off. That's literally my note. It's like one of like 6 notes I've got, mate. The entire episode.
So it goes a bit crazy in this episode, doesn't it? Like, so we find out like it gets announced who died, and there's like 5 people get murked off in the bathroom. And the O side, obviously the people who want to stay in, 3 of their people have died, so the odds, the votes gone to the people who want to leave their way into it, because obviously the people who voted to stay in, 3 of them are dead, only 2 of the exes have died. So
yeah, O's are pussios.
So they're gonna have to sleep with one eye open, mate. Sleep with one eye open because the attack's coming, isn't it? The attack's coming.
My next note is all in capitals. I fucking knew the captain was dodgy.
Yeah, Captain, mate. Captain Park, mate, is a snake of the seas, mate.
He's a rat.
There's a bit, though, here. Like, so he stabs one of the guys, he throws him overboard. But then Wu comes in. I was like, do not.
Yeah, he's basically he's messing with the drone, isn't he? And that guy catches him and he's like, I've never really seen one. I was just having a look, and even that bloke's be like, "Nah, mate, like you're tampering with that. You are like you're not having a look at it at all." And obviously, he fills him in and chucks him overboard. But
then, yeah, like I say, Wu comes into it. One of my favorite characters in the show. Also, I was like, "Do not kill this guy off," and he doesn't. I was like, Whew. "Wu's a top man, top man."
Top knob, mate.
Top geezer, guys.
Top shagger.
But obviously, before that, song suggests like when this fight breaks out at night to overpower the guards, ambush the guards.
Yeah, Big Yun's on it, mate, isn't he? Plotting an
Yeah,
ambush.
Yeah, so they plot this ambush. So when the attack happens, the Squid Games know it's going to happen, don't they? They know.
Yeah, because
Watching
he's
it
plotting
on
an
that vision,
ambush
mate.
against the guards and the black mass when the black mass bloke's literally in there, like with him, stood next to him. He's literally telling the bloke what he's going to do. He's like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea, mate, that is.
But to be fair to the front man, he does murk off some of his own men, doesn't he? He literally he shoots a lot.
He's
of
not
his own.
bothered. It's
He's
Riaya.
fucking.
Riaya.
You haven't seen the faces, mate. It just kills them off, mate. Don't bother him.
Just all
Yeah,
squares
so
and circles to him, aren't they?
Yeah, so this ambush does it succeeds. So the people who voted to stay in, they go to attack the people who voted to go out. But the people who voted to go out go into the beds, don't they? X's go into the beds, hide. The soldiers come in, they disarm, take the guns, kill loads of them off, and they manage to capture one of the guards who tries to escape, and basically gets this young lad. So he takes his mask off, takes his young lad, takes him hostage, like take us to your leader kind of thing, and then they go through this corridor of gunfire, don't they? Gunfights. But yeah,
which is what I was saying earlier as well, where the segregation is splitting them. They've done it on purpose because they've obviously know it's going to happen. They've got the guards ready at the doors and everything, haven't they? Yeah. And they just let it break out for like a good amount of time because obviously it kills more people off. So it's like better for their entertainment and obviously the people that are viewing it. And mate, there's people getting glassed, beds are being tipped, people are being crushed, they're getting forked. Like it's mental, innit? It's proper mad.
And your mate,
all the people getting murked off at X's, mate. There's like no O's getting killed, I swear.
Yeah, because obviously that song guy's literally telling them to go into bed, and he's like, get under the bed, don't get involved because you get shot, kind of thing, by the guards that come in. But your mate, the long-haired dude, what's his number?
124. Fucking sick.
He kills that woman off, doesn't it? He kills that woman off. Stabs her.
I disagree with Guion here, though. Right? He should have let 42 mate murk off some of them O's. He should have it's specifically 124. He shouldn't have told him to hide, mate. If they wanted to fight back, he should have let him because they'd been scrapping, mate. I'm telling you now, they've been scrapping, mate.
Yeah, but that guy, I hate that guy so much. But he kills that woman off, doesn't he? That kills that
bad that
young lady. Yeah. Stabs
my
her
next
like,
note. Best thing to do, I think, would just be fill the room with poisonous gas, murk them all off, and then just start again. Train wreck, innit, this season, mate.
Press the button. Yeah, right.
But the trans man 120 is an actual beast, mate. Proper special forces and everything. Popping heads, mate.
Popping heads.
Popping heads.
Telling the team how to use the guns. Showing them around the MP5. Like, shit's that. And then literally, because he was like ex-army, so he knows.
Proper special forces, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so he's doing bits. Like I say, he's doing bits, mate. It's headshot general, mate. Headshot general.
Absolute beast, mate. Absolute beast.
But the problem with all this gunfire, ammo is running low. People are like, I need some ammo. I've got half a clip left and all that. So that is it. Day Hun. He goes back
388.
Got all the numbers and everything. Nice, I like it. So we find out that there's extra ammunition in the guard's pocket, so that Daehun guy goes back. Daeho, I think it might be. He goes back to the first room to get all the ammo, doesn't he? Gets this massive like loot of clips, doesn't he? Ammo clips. But he has like a breakdown, doesn't he? He has a breakdown because he's an ex-soldier.
I don't think he is, you know. I don't think he's out to do the Marines. I don't, you know.
What do you reckon? He's like a COD master or something?
I reckon. I honestly don't think he's ever been a Marine. Either that or he's like a chef or something, mate, just cooking some snap in the army or something. But there's either two things. He actually was a Marine. He's got mad PTSD, or he's. And it's just something a little bit, I don't know, a little bit off, mate. I think, right, he's pretending to be a Marine because I bet you in South Korea they get like a Marine discount. So he shows his tattoo and he gets like 15% off his shopping. Do you know what I mean? So he's got this tattoo just so he can get
Is there else to me? Like,
15% off all his shopping because he's pretending to be a Marine, mate. That's what's happening, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like all this food, 50% off. What do you mean? Check this out. Show the tattoo, mate, on his arm. But yeah, so it all kicks off to this. So Gion and Jungbei are literally like they're close to the manager's office, aren't they? And then player one or the front man, he goes a different direction, kills 2 blokes off, and then makes out he dies to Gion on the phone on the walkie-talkie. And then basically says it switches channels, doesn't it, on the walkie-talkie. It's basically like, let's end this kind of thing. Let's end this charade kind of thing.
So this is my other note is, obviously because he takes them 2 blokes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Meets Gion, and then I was like, I'm not sure when he's going to do him over. And then straight away, I was like, oh, never mind. He's murked the 2 blokes off he's took with him. I think it's starting now.
Yeah, like you knew it was happening because he takes him with him, and he goes, "Yeah, you go ahead," kind of thing. I was like, "Yeah, dead, mate. They are dead." That's an old classic tactic, mate. You go first, mate. I'll shoot in the back of the head, kind of thing.
But yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Because 120 runs back, doesn't she? To get all of the clips, obviously finds him carrying in the corner 388. It's obviously carrying into, and obviously some of the guards roll up, and
taking it back, aren't they? Taking back the facility, kind of thing.
Yeah, they're taking it back, but luckily, because obviously 120's come back, 120 might actually get away with it, but she might actually just hunker down, because I think it's the old woman, I think, isn't it? He's like, no, don't, just leave, put the gun down, like, leave it, don't do it, don't do it.
Mate.
Yeah, it's a legend. But, mate, I know what your saddest death is, right? And it's coming up, and it's my second saddest death.
Emotion, mate.
My mate, 246. You know the guy who's got the daughter with a little strawberry hat. When he died, mate, I was like, oof.
Yeah, that hit me hard, mate. That hit me hard. I was like, you can't do that.
Yeah, that was bad, mate. That one proper put one on my heartstrings. That one did, mate.
I've got a question. This last bit. Where is that Neol bird? Where is she in all this?
Neol. The preggers one.
Yeah. No. The one who went in, who got recruited. Yeah, the one who saw the.
Oh, sorry. Yes. The North Korean.
Yeah. Where is she in all this? Imagine if you find out she's the one who killed that guy.
Oh, no, she wouldn't do it, mate.
She just get turned, doesn't she? She starts like kind of following the rules, like part way through.
She won't kill him, mate. She can't do it. I'd never watch the show ever again.
Imagine she was the one to do it though. Like, she's playing by the rules, mate. She just murks him off.
What about if she just starts going inside job, mate, and she starts murking everyone off inside out? That'd be sick. But 01's come back, anti.
It's that bit as well. Like he goes. So basically, they have to surrender because they got no bullets. The front man with all his guards get him on the knees, doesn't he? He's like, "Have you done playing the hero now?" kind of thing. And obviously, and then the saddest death of all, mate, he shoots Jungbei, mate. His best mate shoots him right in front of him, kills him off, mate. I was like, oh, mate.
Spared Gion, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, spared Gion for now. And then it looks like going into the next season, whenever that comes out, maybe 2 years' time, the games are back on, mate. Granny's in there. Ian's mate's in there with the long hair. Yeah, it's back on, mate. So that's what it's going to look like, isn't it? Because the front man's back in charge now. Things are back to normal. They've got the players or contestants back in line. So yeah. And the money will go up, won't it? Money will go up slightly because then people got murked off. Well, slightly. I said there's a lot of people got killed.
Loads of people got murked off.
But yeah. But you've got some stuff to say, haven't you? About
I honestly thought the finale was crap, mate. If I'm honest with you, like I don't feel like it's a proper cliffhanger. This is the end of an episode cliffhanger when a new episode's about to come out. Like it's not the end of a season cliffhanger, or they could have ended it with the Black Mask guy coming out. I think I'd have preferred it more with him coming out and then the start of the next season murking off Jungbei straight away at the start of the next season and leaving that like last sort of like minute or whatever it was, that part there, for the beginning of the next season. Because obviously he's murked off and there is some anticipation of what's going to happen, but we kind of know. Like he's obviously spared Gi-hun, he knows what's happening. It just feels too open-ended. There's like, it doesn't really feel like there's no resolution. Obviously the voting system it really, really made it just drag as well bad. They could have got rid of a lot of that, but they're relying a lot on the voting system to decide, obviously, what happens in the plot and obviously the direction the story goes and how it happens. And you could sort of predict certain bits. And every time a vote came, you knew for a fact it was pretty much going to be nearly tied every single time, didn't you? Like, it's like, come on, like, you've done this 4 times now. Like, there's only 7 episodes. Cut all of that out. We could have had an 8th episode. We could have had episode 7 end like that. Had an 8th episode with a bit more of a resolution, and then a nice, softer cliffhanger or like anticipation leading in, a bit of hype leading into the next one. Because obviously we've got all that stuff happening on the boat.
Yeah, I agree with like it should have been another episode, but I think when the front man did kill Jung Bae, obviously the whole season's about Gi-hun playing his hero, isn't he? That's what it's all about. And obviously, player 1 was like trying to prove him like he isn't the hero or whatever. And obviously, it gave him a bit of a chance to be the hero, and then obviously he put a stop to it right at the end. I think that's why they did it that way. But I do agree there should have been an extra episode, like kind of showing what's happening with the boat and stuff like that. But obviously, they need material for the next season, so I think that's all going to come out in next season. So
yeah, and honestly, if they'd have left the murked off, if they'd have left Jung Bae, if we was leaving this season thinking he was still alive, and then they murked him off on the very first episode of season 3, he got murked off straight away. I honestly think that'd have been better.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but I did enjoy this season. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy.
It's not as bad as what some people were saying, but I do understand why some people didn't like it. But again, for me, Martin, you'll agree because obviously you thought it was slow as well. But it's just them voting bits, man, were just too much, weren't they? Like, it's just too much.
With that. But like overall, I think I did enjoy the season.
Yeah, the new games were brilliant as well. The new games were very good.
Like the characters like Thanos and that, even mate, a little bit to say about that MG coin guy, mate. Like during these last few episodes, I started to like the guy. I was like, oh, this guy's a decent guy. He knows he's got like a kid now all the way, so he goes to help out and stuff, helping the lady out who's pregnant. It turned sour for me because
when he starts saying we can put our money together.
Yeah, he has a chat and you think, oh, this guy's a decent bloke, and he's like, yeah, when we get our money, like we'll get our money and we'll invest it somewhere else. I was like, mate, have you not learned your lesson before, mate? Just what you doing now? I was like, this guy, mate, kill him off.
Literally, mate.
Like, he's in it for like a selfish means. He just wants the money for himself so he can invest and literally make the same mistake why he's in there in the first place. So I was like, mate, MG coin, mate, it's off the list, mate. It's off my...
I honestly don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to the pregnant woman.
Mate, if they kill her off, mate, that's going to be...
I think they're going to have to. She's not going to win it, surely.
I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with, like, Jun Ho outside in the boat and stuff, but, yeah, it might get to the point where we're going to see Granny get killed off. We're going to see the pregnant woman get killed off.
She'll go into labour in the games. They'll rush her back. They'll give birth to the baby, and then they'll just murk her off and just nick the baby, mate, sell it off. Yeah. Madheads, aren't they? They are.
Selling organs, aren't they? So?
Madheads, mate. They'll sell it to one of the rich people, like, oh, you can buy a baby born in the games. Like,
yeah. But yeah, I thought the season was good. Obviously, with the voting bit, it was dead slow. There was some points from the voting that did come out good. So obviously, we saw the introduction of Player 1. Yeah, that was kind of a shock. But
yeah, like there was. I didn't have an issue with the voting overall.
It's just how
long those scenes were was just just unnecessary, wasn't it?
It's alright for taking notes though, because you just like you don't have to do any notes on that, but you just like watching it and
Yeah, it's just like what?
wake me up when it's over. But yeah, I did enjoy seeing an overhaul, but like I say, there was pits like the voting bit was not unneeded, unnecessarily. So, but yeah, that's it. Squid Games season 2 over. When do you reckon the next one's coming out? 2 years?
Wait, they've already announced 2025, haven't they?
They say that, but
it'll be December the 31st.
They said that, but didn't they take it back after that?
I don't know. I haven't really seen anything about it.
But yeah, man. So, soundboard time, innit?
We've got one more sound. This sound will announce what it is if you haven't already got it. But you'll get it. Ghostbusters. Who are you gonna call?
So I think with Ghostbusters, I think I mentioned it on the Halloween special we had with Alex. If you haven't watched that, get back on it. It's really good, really good. But with Ghostbusters, when I was younger, the scene in the library, New York Library, where they walk in, literally the first scene of the film, they walk in, and the ghost turns around and goes, and literally like, mate, when I was younger, mate, I used to watch that film again, but I used to skip that bit. Like I used to come in after that scene had done because it was on TV. I was like, I'll come in after that scene, but that really, really caused me a lot of trauma. That means, but
shout me back when it's done.
I'm just going to nip to the toilet. I'll be back in a minute. But yeah, overall,
those original Ghostbusters movies, they really do encapsulate like what the 80s did. They had that sort of like level of sci-fi and comedy. Like they did a lot of that stuff really well, didn't they? Sort of like the comedy horror type. I mean, I say a horror. It is essentially a horror, isn't it? But it's not like a horror. It's like a kiddish horror, isn't it? Really, but
that first bit, mate, that was a horror for me.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. There's some parts in it, but like even the Frozen Empire one's a bit silly. I have seen that; it's a bit silly. But the Afterlife film, that's actually pretty good. It's not too bad at all. But yeah, the original ones
first
are obviously
first two, yeah.
Yeah, the original two are on top, aren't they?
And the cast as well for the different characters: Howard Ramis, Dan Aykroyd,
yeah, Sigourney
Bill
Weaver.
Murray. Sigourney Weaver, classics, mate.
Yeah.
I had a thing as well.
Ernie Hudson, wasn't it? He was Winston, wasn't he?
What about the guy from Honey I Shrunk the Kids? Can't remember his name.
Oh, Rick Moranis.
Yeah, Rick Moranis. Yeah.
Hey, he's always got the big glasses on, hasn't he, and stuff.
He's a legendary actor, he is. But yeah, great franchise. I think the first one for me is the best. I never watched I watched the Afterlife. I don't watch any of those, but the first two I watched, and I think the first one for me is the best. But
yeah, the first one is.
Well.
The first one's iconic, though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the second one is, like you say, really good as well. To be honest with you,
there's a bit in number 2 that scared me because obviously the story's about it's that painting at Vigo, the painting Vigo.
Yeah, when he used to follow you and stuff.
And obviously his like minion or whatever, who's like, because Vigo's this god, isn't he? And this minion obviously sees Sigourney Weaver's kid, and obviously wants to bring this god back through this kid. But there's a bit in it where the kid is in the room and he goes out on the ledge, and that guy, the minion guy, kind of floats in, dressed as like a granny, and like a push chair thing. He floats in like through the sky.
Yeah.
Picks the kid up, yeah, like proper like, and he like reaches out and grabs the kid. I was like, mate, that's creepy as hell. Yeah, some really good bits in it, really good bits. But yeah, good films. But if you've got any comments, any good things you liked from it, dash it in the comments at the bottom.
Usually childhood experiences, isn't it? With like watching them with your family and
nostalgia and that.
Yeah, they're just iconic movies. But yes, that concludes today's episode of the C&K motherfuckers. If you did like the episode, like, subscribe, get us on TikTok. Martin said earlier, Mario Cool Relic CG on TikTok, Controllers and Katanas on TikTok. Get us on Insta, get us on YouTube. There will be a lot of shorts being scheduled onto Instagram. My aim this weekend is to download all of our reels that we've already done, all of our TikToks, shorts, etc., and schedule them all onto Instagram because I found out how I can do it. I can schedule 50 at a time, so there's going to be a load more content going on Instagram if you're an Instagram person. So it won't be 50 in one go. Like, not tomorrow, you won't wake up and there's just 50 like in your face. They will be going out in batches, like, so one a day sort of thing for the next 50 days. But then we'll also be uploading our new ones that we're doing at the same time. So you'll get like an older one maybe on there and a newer one. So if you are an Instagram person, you've probably not seen many of our reels, shorts, TikToks, whatever. They'll be with you shortly. So follow us on there. Main thing you can do is get in the Discord, interact with us, have a chat, and subscribe to YouTube. That's our biggest thing. Yeah. If you can subscribe to YouTube, we're at 78 subscribers, I think, at the moment, which probably doesn't sound a lot. Probably doesn't sound a lot to.
It's gone down. It's gone down to
77 subscribers. So there you go. Get on it, please. There's bots on there, mate. They keep doing us in, man. They keep doing us in.
So, and like we always say, we're excited as well when we get new subs, mate. We are excited. We ring each other up. Oh, we got this new sub. We got this sub.
Yeah, 77 subs yet. 78 subs yet. So yeah. We just appreciate the support. Glad you're all here. Glad you're enjoying it. We're enjoying it. We're going to continue to do it, even if people aren't subscribing. To be fair, but that gratification, that sort of like a little boost that we get from that, does make the days a little bit better. So if you can do that, we'd appreciate it. And TikTok lives, mate.
It does our morale good, doesn't it? Really boosts it, mate.
Especially on some of the days we have at work at the moment, mate. Certainly me, anyway. Murking me off, mate. Killing me off, man.
Yeah, it's quite a relief for us both when we get a chance to speak to each other, obviously on a Thursday, about the stuff we love, like anime, gaming, stuff like that. So, yeah, we're going to keep bringing it to you. We're going to be around for a while. I forgot
to mention it. Switch 2 got announced today.
Oh, yeah. Switch 2, yeah.
So, we don't know much. New Mario Kart, magnetic controllers, bigger screen. The charging point is now at the top instead of the bottom, which is clutch. Because if you're trying to play it and charge it, obviously you've got the charger at the bottom, you chance of knocking it and ruining charging point. So that's pretty much all we know, I think, so far. I think we've got Nintendo Live coming out February, I think, maybe 4th of Feb, maybe, I think it said. But I wasn't sure. Yeah. It definitely said 2nd of April, but I think the date was wrong. I think it was an American date, so it was actually going to be February the 4th, not 2nd of April. Because their dates are backwards, aren't they? So probably going to be in February, but it might be in April. I don't know. Depends what date's real.
I'm looking forward to that because they might show like a few more games as well, which I'm waiting for Fire Emblem to come out. So and there's a new Pokemon game due to come out this year as well. So that might show a bit more on that, but we'll see.
Yeah,
but we will discuss it on podcast, won't we?
Time will tell. Time will tell.
It's been another good one, everybody. And that's it for today. So take care.
Catch you later. Everybody. See you in the next one. And love you, bye.
All of us.